Hey guys, today's topic of the video is going to be about Luce Irigaray's theory and her book, This Sex Which Is Not One. So this video is all about the theories of Luce Irigaray and the crux of the book, This Sex Which Is Not One. So I have also made video on the introduction to, so Luce Irigaray is a post-structuralist feminist and a French feminist, and I have also made video on pre-post-structuralist feminism and post-structuralist feminism. Link will be given in the description, as well as I have made videos on Hélène Cixous and her essay The Laugh of the Medusa. So if you want to watch more videos on feminism and post-structural feminism, you should give that a watch, and link will be given in the description below. So starting with Luce Irigaray introduction. So she is a French feminist. She's alive, yes, and she's a psychoanalyst, linguist. She's interested in relationship between language, bodies, and especially male and female bodies, and masculine and feminine language. So she focuses on female body, that how it has been constructed in phallogocentric system of Freud and Lacan. So you should watch the videos on Freud and Lacan. So the prerequisite for this video are given in the reading list or watch list in the description below. So you should watch for this video Jacques Lacan's video, Sigmund Freud's video, and Derrida's video. And if you want to watch, so Jacques Lacan video and Freud's video is compulsory to watch before this video. So moving further, so she discusses female and feminine sexuality deeply and explores the question of female jouissance, which is female pleasure, and what that might be, and what if that might be when defined on its own term in reference to female body only. So keep patience, I'm going to explain all this. So moving towards next slide, what does Luce Irigaray say? What are her concerns? So in this book, This Sex Which Is Not One, so she says, there is a famous line, she says, female sexuality has always been conceptualized on the basis of masculine parameters. So this is the first 10 sentences of her book, This Sex Which Is Not One. So in saying this all, she mentions Freud here, who associate all active erotic behavior to the masculine and all passive behavior to the to the females, by saying that penis or clitoris pleasures are active and superior, while vaginal pleasures are passive and inferior or feminine. So Luce Irigaray is going to deconstruct all these things. So I'm going to tell you all this, that you should watch Freud and Lacan. First Freud and then Lacan for this video, otherwise this video will make no sense to you. So Freud says clitoris is equal to little penis. Alright, so when it provides masculine and phallic pleasure for women, so clitoris, when a woman masturbates where her clitoris, it means that she does not have a visible penis, but the penis, she has a little clitoris, and this is this is her little penis. All right, so Luce uses this definition of Freud and find out that all female organs and female eroticism are defined only in terms of male sex organ and male eroticism. All they call this this clitoris little penis. This is not little penis, Irigaray says. Alright, so that's all she wants to say. So Luce Irigaray gives here two examples. She says, if clitoris is female organ, then it is really a penis and is smaller and smaller and less powerful than men's version of penis. Alright, so, and the other term is, if vagina is the female pleasure organ, then it is passive and waits for male penis to fill it and provide pleasure. So the both examples shows that the eroticism and female pleasure is seen through the eyes or through the lens of male superiority and male, organs and male sexuality. So Luce Irigaray was all about to deconstruct these all things. So what is the greatest flaw in psychoanalysis given by Freud and Lacan and Western culture? So these are the flaws I am going to tell you about psychoanalysis and Western culture. So the ifs and the statement that if sex organ of female is vagina, if sex organ of female is clitoris, so these are ifs. The ifs in that statement, what's the meaning of ifs in that statement? Alright, so these are the greatest flaws of psychoanalysis and Western culture. Because they don't know how to talk about feminine sexuality and feminine bodies, and because they are focused on finding only one female organ. So they think like just like males, females should have also one sex organ, right? So they are finding or insisting on only one sex organ for female, but Luce Irigaray says that's not the case. Because Luce says that Freud has nothing to say about women and her sexual pleasure. Nothing, the mention of word nothing, because Freudian psychoanalysis defines feminine pleasure solely and totally in terms of male bodies, and nothing because Freud defines female genitalia as nothing. Since there is nothing to see, nothing visibly present in the supposedly already castrated female portion. So like Freud says, if you have watched the Freud videos uploaded on my channel, Freud says that male penis is visible, women's penis is not visible, so they don't have a sexual organ. And he says that he don't want to say anything about females because these are dark continents. Alright, so a thing which is not visible doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It exists in some other forms. Alright, but Freud says that doesn't exist at all, because he is watching all this, he is watching towards female organs and femininity and female sexuality through the eyes of a male. Alright, so that creates problems. So in the next slide, Luce create doubts in Western metaphysics. How? She says Freudian psychoanalysis insists that all sexes must have one single visible nameable sex organ, and by doing so Freud counts penis as male organ and ignore female and male other body parts such as testicles. Alright, so so that is harmful for male as well. The psychoanalysis which is dominated by patriarchal mindset is harmful for male as well, because that ignores female sex organ but as well ignores men other sex organ which give them pleasure, and that is testicle. So they just see penis only. In men and women, they see only penis and they say that exists only. Bas. Alright. So Luce says why Freud and the entire Freud and the entire Western culture insist on only one single organ for each sex. Alright, so it is because we need to have only one signifier or unique word to represent sexuality in one specific point in the body. So Western thought and Western culture is so obsessed with singular word for meaning and a singular meaning for a singular word. And they are insisting on what they see, the rationalism. You know, the whole discussion of empiricism, rationalism. They see that what they can sense exist, and what they does not touch or see doesn't exist. Alright, so here Luce is questioning the basic structure of Western metaphysics and the binary opposition, which needs only one signifier and only one on each side of the slash. So you should watch my video on Derrida's notion of center, and the other video is binary opposition, to make this slide and this point clear. So moving towards next slide. So what exactly is the binary opposite to penis? So that's where the problem lies. So Freud and Lacan says penis is a signifier for male sexuality. You know, penis is the a concept for a word for male sexuality, and it comes on the left side of the slash and is counted as superior. But just think what comes at the right side of the slash. Just make some assumptions. Does it couples with vagina, clitoris, or no penis or nothing? So there are possibilities, right? And I'm going to tell you how. Penis / vagina. Vagina, in case Sigmund Freud says in his theory that where masturbation and clitoris masturbation is thought as a sinful for women, so they have to shift themselves to vagina for sexual feelings, for sexuality, for pleasure. Alright, so penis comes with vagina. Penis for male and vagina for female. The opposite of penis is vagina. In second case, penis opposite is clitoris. And clitoris is in case when Freud says that clitoris is a counterpart of penis in women. Alright, so it has a small penis in women, and penis is a large clitoris in men. So penis is superior and clitoris is inferior. And third is like penis and no penis. Male have penis, female has no penis. And then the fourth, like penis in men and there is nothing in women. Alright, because they don't see anything in women, it means that they have nothing. So all these attempts by psychoanalysis to name female sex organ as a counterpart of penis. So there is, if you see, there is a multiplicity of organs, of words on the right side of the penis. On the left side there is single one word, penis, 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 penis. But on the right side there is multiplicity of words. There are different words, and that's how the next slide starts. In the next slide, multiplicity against penis is deconstructive, brings Derrida's notion of deconstruction in your mind. Luce Irigaray says that if you watch the last list, Luce Irigaray said that is it this list is inherently deconstructive, because exactly one term is not opposite to penis. There is a multiplicity of term that is opposite to penis. So the right side has different words, and there is a multiplicity in the opposition to penis. Alright, so this make the whole system of the binary opposition and the phallogocentric system of the Western metaphysics fall apart, because before that Western philosophy and Western culture has seized everything in terms of binary. There is only one word for the left side. Alright, so there should be only one word for the penis on the right side. But in deconstruction, in feminism, multiplicity is thought to be a deconstructive force, because there is there's a whole range of words on the other side of the penis. So I hope that you understand that topic. So moving towards the next slide, comparing male with female sex organs. So Luce Irigaray says that female sexuality and pleasure and jouissance is of different order and different from male sexual pleasure, because male and female bodies are made differently. Luce compares both, like saying men need vagina, mouth or language to touch the penis to produce sexual pleasure if the man is dependent on the pleasure from penis. And on the other side, female, but there is a a pit, and the other side says female sexual organs are plural and are always in contact with each other. For example, labia are the folds on the vaginal organ, so, and that enfolds clitoris and provides constant autoerotic contact, so that touch each other and produce autoeroticism. That autoeroticism means you doesn't need any other thing to produce erotic feeling, sexual feeling. Alright, so these labias touch each other and they create and they satisfy a woman. Alright, so female sexual pleasure need no external object, but is it complete onto itself. Alright, so heterosexual intercourse is rape because women are fulfilled in that stage. Alright, but in patriarchal world, in phallogocentric world, women are required to do intercourse to reproduce children. So heterosexual intercourse is rape. How? Keep in mind the last slide, and Luce Irigaray says heterosexual pleasure interrupts the female autoerotic pleasure because penis pulls labia apart. So when penis insert in the vagina, the labias go on opposite directions and they are pulled apart, and this enforces female sexuality back to the phallic order, back to the male dominant order. Alright, so women are not allowed to do to feel the autoerotic feelings. So Luce names heterosexual intercourse as a rape because it violates women pleasure and is foreign or unknown to the feminine. So I hope that you understand all this. It's a very important concept. What is the problem with heterosexual intercourse? Luce Irigaray links male desire for sexual intercourse with a desire to return to the original union with mother's body, which is forbidden in Freud and Lacan. You should watch the video The Real of Jacques Lacan, so you will get the idea of that all thing. So in sexual intercourse, female body is just a prop or an instrument for male fantasy or reunion or remerging, because male think female body as his mother's, while female body has some sexual fantasy because her first love was her mother as well, and which which is to return and their needs, and which return and merge with the maternal body and has no place in this heterosexual intercourse. And according to this model, a woman can't fantasize that she is joining with mother's body when male is having the fantasy while joining her body. So a male gets a woman, so a male gets mother in fantasizing a girl. I think I'm telling it wrong. A male, when he thinks that this is a girl, he fantasizes that it is his mother, and there is a reunion happening. So the real stage of Lacan is fulfilled. But What a female, because her first love was male as well, her first love was her mother as well. So heterosexual intercourse is just a wrong thing for her, because she should have engaged in love with a women for a sexual intercourse, but heterosexual is going to harm her in this way. So keep in mind the last line that Luce concludes: male's pursuits of her own desire to merge with mother's body through vaginal intercourse actively disrupts a woman's fulfillment of her own autoeroticism. So moving towards next slide, which is an attack on the Western logic. So Luce prefers masturbation or sexual or lesbian sexual activity as the only mean for female desire to be expressed in female terms. Desire have to be molded according to the masculine parameter and is like a lost civilization which has a different alphabets and a different language. I'm talking about female desires. And this lost desire, this lost civilization, this lost language was submerged by the logic which are dominated west since the Greeks. And Derrida names these logic phallogocentrism, and Helene Kixos says this logic phallogocentric and prefers the definite shape, visibility, presence over the formless and fluid shapes, and absence and visible thing. And this logic shapes Lacan and Freud's theories of male and female desires, which prefers visible penis over a hidden or shapeless female vagina, which becomes nothing to say. I hope that's clear. Visibility is superior and touch is inferior in all Western thought. So phallogocentric symbolic order is dependent on the visible, just like Lacan's idea that a child enters into a symbolic after the child forms the idea of oneself through misrecognition based on the visual experience in the mirror stage. You should watch the video on the imaginary. So the West emphasizes on the vision, on the looking thing, seeing things, and concludes that female genitalia has nothing to see. Touch belongs to the realm of repressed or the unconscious maternal body and the real, and touch must be abundant to enter into the symbolic order. Moving towards next slide, the primary form of female desire or female eroticism lies in touch, not in sight and visibility. You recall that thing, the labias are touching each other and producing autoerotic feeling, the sexual feeling. So as a result, female desire does not require the unity and phallomorphism which the visible dimension of phallogocentric system demands. So this is the limitation of the theory of Freud and Lacan, which promotes visible dimension of male penis and say that women don't have penis, so that their pleasure is passive. So I'm moving towards just ending. So multiplicity, there is a multiplicity in female pleasure and language. How? Female pleasure and jouissance, which is a French word, comes from touch. By using this idea, a woman is constantly touching herself because her sex, her genitalia are not singular but multiple. Female language, according to Six's idea of erectore feminine, also tells us about the multiple amorphous and ideas that female can speak from everywhere, because female body can feel pleasure everywhere. They are not limited to penises only. All right, so they have different language which you can't assume. Moving towards the second last slide, Kixos and Irigaray says you should watch the video on Kixos if you are interested in that. So Kixos and Irigaray says female language of erotic pleasure is inherently multiple, slippery, fluid, unfixed and doesn't make sense. All this is very opposite to a traditional phallogocentric language. Alright, so moving towards a conclusion which says that queer theory is a deconstructive force, and I'm starting with queer theory just after that video, or just after this video. So Luce Irigaray concludes that expression and celebration of lesbian sexuality is a deconstructive force which shakes the foundation of patriarchal phallogocentric system of meaning. Alright, so and exchange. So there is a whole concept of queer theory as a deconstructive force. So you should watch my video on deconstructive for further understanding of the queer theory. So, and this leads us to admit the importance of the queer theories, queer studies, and queer literary criticism. I hope that you understand all this, because things were very simplified in the slides, and I admit that I have pronounced things very bad in this video. So I'm so sorry for that, because my pronunciation of French and other things is very destructive. So hope that you understand all this. If you have any inquiry, any kind of inquiry, please let me know. And thank you. Thanks for watching. You can also subscribe to this channel. You can share, like, and comment for further inquiry. Thank you.